We are so excited that you're back with us for another episode of Meet My Mississippi Authors and Artists. We have a real treat for you today on the Hill Country Network. I tell you that I know the most amazing people, and I know this man through one of my Facebook friends, and more than Facebook friend, Valerie Fairley. This is her husband. Introduce yourself to the people. Tell them who you are and where you're from.
I'm Tommy Fairley. I'm president from College, Mississippi. I pastor a church there, Metropolitan Baptist Church. And I'm a country, gospel, and a bluegrass artist there. We do bluegrass music every Tuesday night in College, Mississippi at the Old Depot.
Okay, at the where do you do it?
Old Depot.
At the Old Depot. And where is that located?
College, Mississippi.
And where on what street?
That's right on the railroad track on Main Street.
Okay, yeah. I know exactly where that is. Mm-hmm. Okay, and tell us where you were born, where you were brought up. How did you get into learning the harmonica? How were you interested in it at all?
Well, it all got started. My mom played guitar and harmonica.
Oh, really?
And my dad taught people shape note music.
Okay.
And they would all come on our porch out in the country. We had a long porch. They would fry fish on Friday night, and different people would come and they would sing this do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do music.
Like singing the notes. They call it singing the notes.
Right. And so Mom played the guitar and Dad, he taught the notes. And so I was up under the porch. They didn't allow kids to be around. So I had to go up under the porch and listen to them. And so I learned the harmonica from Mom and the singing from my dad.
Okay, now let's go back to the singing the notes, because that is such a part of our history as far as singing the notes. Where did that come from? Because people didn't know the words or something, or why did they start there? Because it's really a popular thing way back in the back of singing the notes.
Absolutely. Well, a gentleman come from, I think, France, and he heard the people singing in the cotton field, and he put it to notes and taught them how to sing by notes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. And so you would be on the porch and just like in a lot of country southern towns, people come together.
Absolutely.
To eat, find some fish, baby. Yes. So they would just start singing.
Right.
And it's very interesting that it was your mom who was doing the harmonica and the guitar playing.
Absolutely. We had a very large family, so we had to find something to do.
How many brothers and sisters?
8 sisters and 8 brothers.
Oh my goodness.
And so we all sang.
17 children.
16. I'm sorry, 16.
Okay.
Yeah. There were 16 in all.
Okay.
And so I'm number 7.
Okay.
And so we had fun doing that, playing music. And my first guitar, we had to make it upside the wall and hit it with a nail and a bottle.
Okay.
And so, but we started from there and moved on. You know, we just had a lot of fun with it.
Are the rest of the members in your family musical?
Yes.
They play guitar and harmonica?
Sing, guitar, harmonica, saxophone, trombone, drums.
Okay, now what caught your interest first? Was it the guitar or the harmonica, and why?
The harmonica caught my attention first. The harmonic sound was such an inspiration to me. I love it.
It is so in-depth, doesn't it? It's just it's just like somebody whining, talking to you, just like that feel. It just hits nerves in your body, doesn't it? So
and I dream about it. And
you're kidding.
Absolutely, I dream about it. And then I started making stuff.
Okay.
I had you remember the old Wiener keys on the thing?
Right.
I got that, and we had a wood stove, and I drilled me some holes in some wood and put the thing in there to tighten the strings up with.
The sound.
Made me a 5-string guitar.
Oh my goodness, a lot of people did that. And a lot of the blues musicians made their own type of instruments.
Absolutely. I made that guitar and made a little money with it, too.
Okay.
I sat under the shade trees and played the guitars.
And people would pay you to play?
Absolutely. I made $16, and Mama ordered me a real guitar from Silver.
And you were how old when that happened?
13.
Oh, okay. Now $13 was a whole lot. Well, I mean, $17 was a whole lot at that time.
A lot of money.
But so she ordered you from Sears Roebuck.
A real guitar.
Okay.
And so I started playing and doodling around with it, and so some guys saw me and they wanted to get me in a little band. So I was about 16 then. I played in a band for a while, and when I got up age, I got my own band. In fact, I managed to a famous Willie Clayton. He's a young boy. He got in my band. I was very interested in young people learning the tradition of music. And like the rap now, we done that.
From that.
That's right.
They think that's new.
We've done
Why
that.
do they think that's new?
That's right.
So was
We
like,
done that
baby,
in
they
the
were doing that
50s.
in the cotton fields first before
Absolutely.
they did it. Okay, those are like work chants and stuff like that. People
Absolutely.
always did that.
Absolutely. It was just a beat and a rhyme put to it.
Exactly.
That's all. It went, something like this.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, little kids, stay in school, obey your teacher and all the rules. And so we're trying to bring that back, to
Okay.
get some
I
real
love
love
it.
or traditional stuff, that how we come up. And we had to find something to entertain us.
What was the first song that you really learned how to play on the harmonica?
Amazing Grace.
Okay, let's hear that.
Amazing
What do
Grace.
you have to know to learn how to play the harmonica?
You have to know how to use your tongue and
Okay.
airflow.
Okay. Because all of us can pick up a toy harmonica. We always have had them and just start. But to make it beautiful and to make it sound and to bring the notes that you want it to bring, you have to learn to discipline it with
Absolutely.
your tongue and the flow. You say in and
Absolutely.
out. Okay.
Amazing Grace was my first song, and then I went to the patriotic songs.
Okay. Well, we want to hear
Amazing
that.
Grace.
And then, oh wow!
That's
See, we
Amazing
don't
Grace.
even have to talk through the interview, honey. I'm trying to hear this song, trying to hear this harmonica. Okay, now let's hear a patriotic song.
Well, one of the patriotic
Okay,
songs.
what's the difference in these two?
Well, this here's an A and this is a G.
Okay,
And I do good with the A on
okay.
like Star
And why
Spangled.
is it different? Is something inside that makes the tune different inside
Yes,
of the harmonica?
yes, the notes, so the 1
Okay,
to 10 notes,
okay.
they're different. And this is one of the
okay.
patriots I learned. We had to do this every morning when I was in school.
Uh-huh.
Every morning we had to go to chapel and we had to hear them sing the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Okay. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Now tell me this, if you were auditioning for a famous group or something and we need a blues harmonica player, what's the song you would play to audition and say, this is my best, this is what I'm bringing right here?
Well, every child from the Caucasian to the black, they love this sound in blues.
Okay.
When I was a little bitty boy, bite your leaves, I'm a bad.
Okay, I'm loving it.
They would love that too.
What is your favorite blues song? That you do you accomplish or company someone, or do you play like one whole song by yourself, or what is your?
Well, usually I have a group that plays for me. My brother always played the guitar for me, and but I play the guitar and the harmonica.
Okay.
But I don't do it as well as when I have someone else playing for me. But I do have a configuration on my guitar that when I can do by myself,
And what is your favorite song that you sing with the harmonica and just sing with? Anything. We want to hear you. I'm just getting all into this. I just am amazed.
Well, the blues, my favorite one is this. I was down in Mississippi where the grass will grow always green. And then they'll go on and say, I asked my baby for a nickel.
Oh, come on now.
She gave me a $20 bill. I asked her for a little drink of liquor. She gave me a whiskey still. I'm a bad man.
Wow,
like that.
I'm loving it. I'm loving that.
And
wow.
I had the opportunity to play one time on B.B. King's stage, and I played at his funeral. In fact, that's where we get a lot of our blues stuff from, you know.
Right.
And him and Phil Bryant, mother, Phil told me that they lived on the same plantation out in Birdcloud, Mississippi.
Okay.
And so most people love the blues.
They do.
But
all over the world.
Right, absolutely. But what I done, I took the blues notes and put gospel lyrics to them.
Okay.
Same thing.
As in what? Tell me that. How, to what? You have made some songs that you play blues lyrics.
That's right.
And say that again.
I took the blues notes and put gospel lyrics to them.
Okay, let me hear that.
All right. Now, if it was Chuck Berry and them, that was some of their bluesy type music.
Okay.
But I made it to When the Saints Go Marching In.
Okay, okay. And give me another one of those songs that has the blues background and then the gospel in it.
All right. This train don't kill no lions, this train, you know.
Okay.
But that old blues was that when I first started hoboing, I took a freight train to be my friend. They started out as a blues. But we used the same notes, but put some gospel lyrics to it.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm loving that. So tell me, when you're trying to teach the children, you all have little workshops sometimes to teach kids, you know, anything about the music or what? Or?
Well, we did when we was in the Delta.
Okay.
We had a program called We Care Very Much.
Okay.
And we had bought some old dilapidated buildings downtown and fixed them up, or a game room at a Christian center. And we were bringing them there every Wednesday night after filming them what they do out in the streets every day.
Right.
And let them watch that film back and see how they was acting and behaving out there, and feed them pizza and get a chance to talk to them and do stuff like that. And now, since we moved to Collin and I started pastoring down there, this is the first year my wife will be with me. So we're thinking about reinstating that program again.
Wonderful. Okay. And what was the reception to that? What did the kids think about the music and the history and the things you were trying to bring to them?
They love it. They love that they hear the music, especially the ham-bone, you know, that rapping style. Now, we're presently, from some of the group at the depot there, some of the artists, we finna do some gospel rap.
Okay, okay.
We
and you meet them where you are, because they're interested in that rap, and it's like, hey, there is nothing new under the sun.
Absolutely.
We've been there, done that. We know all about that. Tell us about ham bone. Where did that come from? And give us a little old school, because we used to sit on the porches all the time thinking we try to do some ham bone. So tell us how that came about, the history kind of that, if you know.
Well, the ham bone derived from people, you know, trying to find something to do to make money. Now, as a kid, I think I was 7 years old when I picked up on the ham bone.
Okay.
In fact, my boss man had a store down there. You know, they had the steps there.
Right.
And I used to go there and sit on the step and play the ham bone.
Okay.
And they would give me nickel, dimes, and quarters. So I learned how to be an entrepreneur from there.
Okay.
So when I learned that, then I started being an entertainer.
Okay.
And so entertainer brought me more money working in the field.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
you had to perfect that craft and let me know, hey, I can do this.
And now you're talking about where the Southern Cross the Yellow Dog there. I sit in the same seat that W.C. Hammett sat in when he wrote the Yellow Dog.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Same seat. In fact, the seat was up there until about 2005. And when the man sold the place, they moved down on the coast, and he carried it with him.
And that was such a busy spot that he just had to write about, because people were coming from everywhere to Moorhead, Mississippi, where the Southern crosses the Yellow Dog.
Right.
And he made that very popular blues song.
Absolutely.
So give us some ham bone, and like he was 7 years old, what you started off with to make them people give you some dimes and quarters. You know, I'm stingy when I'm coming up in this store, so I want to see something that I'm going to make you give you a quarter.
Right. Well, one reason my ham bone was so famous, because I could put some music with it.
Okay.
They go, Hambo, Hambo, where you been? Round the world and back again. You know, stuff like that.
Oh, we used to do that. We couldn't do it like you, but we used to try to make up our little handball thing. I couldn't get it, but
Yes.
that is wonderful. And so the kids try to learn how to do that and make up their own little handball.
In fact, the minute I got a little grandson, he about 18 months old, and he's trying it already.
Okay. It's never too young, is it? It is never too young to be influenced by reading and music and all that stuff. We should start with our children young. You know, they can catch on to things because you were just sitting there with your family as a young child.
Absolutely.
And they were doing what they do, but you were listening.
Absolutely.
Under the porch.
Absolutely.
And that music got into you. Because nobody just sat down with you at first to teach you how to do the harmony.
No.
Did they teach you? They didn't teach you. You just listened.
That's right.
It was an exposure to that over and over and over.
Absolutely. I heard Mama play the harmonica, and my uncle come over one time, and he had a harmonica in his coat pocket.
Okay.
And when he went to work with Daddy that day, I kind of ran in and got it out. And I went to blowing that thing. And so I find out that how to make notes, you know, and that started from there, and I just went on with it.
Oh, my goodness. That is beautiful. So tell us what you want people to know from your music and what message you have as far as teaching children and the beauty of music and the beauty of the history of the blues, the beauty of the history of the Delta. Tell us just how you feel about it from your heart.
Okay, well, music is a universal language.
It is.
First of all. I mean, this harmonica will entertain Spanish and whatever, everybody.
Whatever. No economic level.
Absolutely. And so I want them to know that anything that you can bring joy and happiness and peace to people with,
peace.
You need to do it.
Okay,
and because there's so much chaotic stuff going on and people scratching their head about, but this you can laugh and feel good.
Absolutely.
And I tell people all the time, don't never excuse music, because I read in the Bible where it said that David, when King Saul was sick, amen, he called all the other people try to help him
to play his harp.
Right, so David come and played the harp, and Saul got well.
He did, it soothed him.
And so music will make you, and you know, when my mom when we was going through hard times, you know, I would hear
music, smooth the savage beast or whatever, it said, soothe the savage beast or whatever.
I hear them humming and going on and, you know, singing Amazing Grace and
that's where the blues came from.
Absolutely.
That they were out there sweating those fields and had hard times and were despairing or whatever. But somebody got those beats out there, and then you just started talking about lamenting about what's going on. And for some way, it helped them to get through the day, to get through the monotony of sun up to sundown and from can to can. You know, and that's where it came, the outpouring of that.
Absolutely.
And it does something to you.
And that's what I tell people all the time. Blues wasn't never meant to be the ugly thing that people portray it to be. Blues was a thing you were singing about the condition that happened to you. And if they read the book of Solomon, it would tell them, I mean, the book of Ecclesiastes, it would tell how Solomon wrote about all of the problems he had, and he just sung about it. That's all it was.
And even bringing that to modern day, I don't go with all the cursing and things that they talk about in the modern day rap, but all they're talking about is what's around them.
Absolutely.
They're talking about their environment, the shooting, the killing, the stuff that's, if you don't want them to talk about it, somebody needs to do something about the conditions that they're living in, because they are rapping about what they are living in. And somebody needs to hear the cry of these young people, because they are living this stuff. It's not just a rap song that you buying in a store. They are living this stuff.
Right. That's
and that was the same with the old time blues. They're talking about a lot of the things that were going on in those long working histories. So anyway, I am loving this. I could go on and on with their music. I want you to lead us out with a song, and then we're going to wrap it up. And thank you so much for being here on the Hill Country Network.
Okay.
Just play us anything you want.
All right. I always, when I had my country gospel radio broadcast, I was the Delta country boy, Tommy Lee. And so I always would sign off with this.
I can't sing worth anything, but I'm loving my country, loving our
Amen.
ancestors.
Amen.
Yes, thank you so much. Don't miss another episode of Meet My Mississippi Authors and Artists because you will miss a treat. Thank you.
It's inside me, girl, it's in the air. It's who I am through and through. It won't take long till it gets to you. It's everywhere. Mississippi magic is sweet molasses breeze. God comes